And we're coming into the resource center here, and you can see we've got probably 35, 40 people here doing the packaging. They're packaging up a total of 14,400 meals. That's 2,400 individual packages packed into 67 boxes. And it's, as you can see, we've got about, there are 2 assembly lines per table, so we've got about 4 lines going today. And 5 people per line, so that's about 40 people.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Henry.
Okay, we're here in the Nevada Resource Center, and we're packaging meals. There's Pastor Dave. I'm going to ask him a little bit what's going on here. So, Pastor Dave, tell me what we're doing here. What's going on?
Well, I'm a sealer.
You're a sealer.
So I get the packages at the end of the row. I seal and make sure that nothing of the rice or anything is leaking out.
Okay.
And we package them here, and then we put them in the box to be sealed.
Okay, and what exactly is this that you're sealing?
I have rice and vegetables and soy.
Yes.
In the package.
Okay.
And it starts down there, and then they add a little bit, and then we have to have just a certain amount, just weight on the scale.
Okay.
And then we package it in here.
Okay, and what happens to all of this eventually?
It's for Outreach International, and it goes both overseas and also for domestic emergencies to help people who don't have food or don't have access.
I see. Okay. Well, that's very interesting.
I'm a highly trained individual.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay,
What I don't understand is why I have to wear a hairnet.
Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. What's going on here? Maybe somebody?
He does vegetables, and then Molly does soy, and then I do rice.
Okay. And you, so you measure out a certain amount and put them in the cups, is that right? And then into the sack?
Yep. Rice goes in last.
Okay.
Because it weighs the most, so it's easy to take out over there.
Okay, so he adjusts the packages with the rice, is that it?
Yep.
Okay. So are you kids having a good time here today?
Yeah. We're talking to Emily.
Amazingly enough, here is Dario Zaffarano, who's the only person who brought his own hairnet. I'm really proud of him for that. So, he would look much better in one of those white ones, but he's doing fine, and he has obviously a very important job here. So.
If they have seasonings, where they can season the face.
Would they be inclined to put in other ingredients, like maybe if they had a little meat from some source, would they possibly do that?
A dog or a cat.
Well, not their own dog, but maybe the neighbor's dog, right? Yeah. And Jody, did you just want to tell me a little bit about where this all ends up ultimately?
It will go either to Tanzania or Haiti. They did just ship a couple containers down to Alabama to help out after the tornadoes went through.
Okay.
So people can specify where they want it to go, but they like to just send it where the need is. They've been talking with Malawi also and Madagascar.
Very good.
They both of those countries want food, so
Very good.
wherever it's needed.
And this is a project of Kiwanis through the
Outreach International.
Outreach International.
Union.
Okay. Okay. And about how many people do we have here over the course of this morning filling these, do you think?
There will be probably 50 to 60 people.
Okay.
Different people coming through. Some
Okay.
staying for the whole morning and others coming just when they can.
Okay. And we have a number of people from Memorial Lutheran Church here today.
Yes.
Okay. And
We're grateful for their partnership.
also people from Kiwanis and the kids, Kiwanis Kids
Yes.
organization.
Yeah, the whole Kiwanis organization, K-Kids, Builders Club, Key Club, and the 2 Kiwanis clubs.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll run one more. Wasn't gonna happen.
But it's a soy protein, it's got 52% protein in it. The rice comes up from Missouri, the Boot Hill of Missouri. The dried vegetables, we get them from about 3 or 4 different places. Some of them's domestic, some of it's Canada, some of it's China. If it comes outside of the United States, it gets irradiated. The vitamin packets are done in, up by the Twin Cities. And then the packets are actually made over in Omaha. So it's a very regional meal. I want to just thank you guys. We do have crafts that we sell, and just the reason behind the crafts is we actually, as a world, we create or we produce enough to feed everybody on this planet 3,500 calories a day. So the problem isn't necessarily that we don't have food. It's an economic one. There's 1 billion people on this planet that make less than $1 a day. There's 1 billion people tonight that don't know where their next meal is going to come from. There are 36 million people this year alone that will die from starvation and malnutrition. It's bigger than AIDS. Since the 1980s, we've lost about 24 million people to AIDS worldwide. Not making light of it. But if you want to put things in comparison, we're going to lose about 36 million people this year. And we're actually making headway. Percentage-wise to the world population, it's less than it was in the 70s. Part of the problem is it's the economic development. That means we got to educate. We have to find different ways to grow crops. We have to teach them different skills. You know, you say teach a man how to fish and he eats for a lifetime. Unfortunately, over there's just no fish in the pond. And so we have to create markets, create things, figure out a way to where they can provide for themselves. In the meantime, we give them food, we build wells, and we give them medicine. During that time, we're educating them and we're trying to create economic development. That's where the trade goods came in. The coffee is locally grown in Tanzania. We're doing a lot of work in Tanzania. We took one area and that's where we're focusing those 5 things on. They do basket weaving, they carve stones. You can go buy coffee cheaper somewhere else. But if you want to get a chance to try a great AAA coffee, here's a chance to do it, and you know the money's going to a good cause. Anything that we make off of the crafts, we roll back into the communities that we buy those crafts from. Actually, we have a school over in Tanzania that is the school that the baskets built. It was literally built all from basket sales. And so we've also expanded on things there. Our little area that we started in, things are growing. There's 3 sunflower pressing mills there for pressing sunflower oils. The people that go over on the medical trips, on their last newsletter said, what happened to our little village? It's booming. It's where we first focused in at is doing well. We're now building another feeding center. We're building onto the schools. We're doing another school. We're working on building more wells in the region, and we're using that as a hub or a center. And we'll network out from there. We're also doing work in Haiti, and we've sent food to 8 other different countries directly. We work with other organizations on a wholesale, where we wholesale rice and line equipments and all this other stuff to them. And from those groups that we provide, out of our warehouse in Union, in 2010, we did about 28 million meals, enough ingredients, in 2010, or 2009. 2010, Haiti hit, we did about 100 million meals out of the warehouse in Union. That's just from wholesaling. Local events like this, we'll do 2 to 3 million meals a year. And every meal, I mean, every pallet counts. We're gonna do about a pallet today. Events this size, you get 20 pallets, you got a shipping container. I mean, that's 280,000 meals. That's a lot of meals. And today, you guys are gonna package 14,400 meals in just a couple of hours. And it's really gonna make a difference. So, just wanted to thank you.
How many boxes do they do today?
67 boxes
67 boxes.
is what it,
I was gonna say, you might wanna get, yep, you can move that. I don't know if it's sturdy to stand on.
okay. Everybody wave. Everybody wave. What are you people waving for? You're not people, you're sheep. Thank you.
For a picture. Anybody that wants to be in it?
Last call.
Boy, Marianne, just for giggles. Hey, let's not be visiting. Said he'd give us $5,000 for my new concert.
I know it. My wife's gonna get jealous.
Whoa.
Ready, I'll send them to you.
Oh, will ya? Yeah. I was talking to Van Madden today, this hour. And they've been busy, that's why they haven't been there. Her and Max, but she's gonna try to get there.
What if I drop one? Would that be bad?
You're just wanting out, right?
I'm gonna follow the
This is speed. We're getting there. Getting close.
I feel like we've been doing slow down a little bit.
Little past halfway? Yeah, you will, won't you? What the heck?
Oh my god. That was awesome.
I think of carrying these all by yourself.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fun. Do that again. LB is coming.
Last one.
LB is coming.
Last box. LB, right there. There's LB. Yes. Last box. Last
Last box.
Last box.
Last box.
I'm liking that.
And as the last step here in Nevada, they have palletized the boxes, and now they're wrapping them so that they won't fall apart.
You got the tough job.
And there will be, I think,
I'm going in.
about 20 of these pallets will make up a one container. So, there you go.